Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. I don't know why I'm so super close, but good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing this amazing morning? I am blessed. Yes, yes, yes. I see that you guys are already in the chat. Let me see who's in the building. Let's check and see. Good morning, Linda. Linda's first this morning. Good morning. I am blessed. Good morning, Betty Rose. I am blessed and making progress. Absolutely, absolutely love that. Good morning, Deltra. Good, and she's blessed. Good morning, Tiffany. She's blessed and highly favored. Good morning, Chantel. We are blessed. Yes, indeed. Good morning, Patricia K. Beautiful risings. I am blessed and open to all that is for me today. Yes, I love that. Good morning, cousin. Cousin gave me a word this morning. Good morning, Michelle. I am blessed. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, Naomi. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm awake, alive, and blessed. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, everybody. Let me tell you something. We had snow last night. I thought we were over the snow, but clearly Mother Nature is not over the snow. We had snow last night. It was freezing. The wind was blowing like crazy. It sounds so bad. Everything was rattling and shaking last night. And so I was wondering because one of my friends, she was eager to put her stuff out into her garden and she put it out already. And I was like, I sent her a message like, girl, you know it's snowing. You know it's snowing out there. What we doing? And so she was like, it's not too late for me to go out there and cover my plants. I was like, it might be because it's cold. It's cold already. And it was like 11 o'clock. I'm like, you gonna go outside at 11 o'clock to go into the garden to cover all the stuff that you just put out there? I was like, you crazy. But yeah, so we had snow last night and it's stuck. So we have like it's more than a dusting, but it's some snow, but the sun is shining. I don't know if it's cold outside, but the sun is shining. Is it snowing anywhere? Well, not to you Floridians and not to you on the West Coast. And is it cold where you are? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I know for sure it's cold where Michelle is, and they get snow forever. They get snow forever in Canada. How's the weather where you are? All right. So yesterday, how many of you guys were here yesterday for the replay of Coach T's class? Did you catch it? The class was so good, so good, so good. I watched it with you guys, but I was still working behind the scenes and listening and just checking in the chat while I was working. I wasn't able to, do everything that I had to do and do coffee with Nikki and, all of the other stuff. So I wasn't able to do that. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a replay so that you guys could get an idea of what's in the Honor Society. So we have courses and classes like that all up and through the Honor Society that is going to help get you together for building your business, right? And so let me know if you caught yesterday's class. We had snow last night as well, not a lot. Yep, see, they get snow forever. Sunny and warm here. I did not, unfortunately. Oh, cool here, getting up to the mid 70s. That's still good. That's great. Chilly. Yes, I had to. At first, I came up with the t-shirt, and I was like, "Ooh, it's a little chilly. I need a sweater." But I'm still wearing green. Still rocking the green. But yes. So everybody in here, let me know if you were able to catch yesterday's class. Put some ones in the chat if you were able to catch yesterday's class. Ones in the building. If you caught it. She was teaching you how to use social media. She was giving you apps. She was giving you software, things that you could use, not software, but websites that you could go to so that you can start optimizing your social media. Also things so that you can help create content easier, ways to get ideas for content. If you're struggling with content, she was giving all of those gems yesterday. So if you caught it, the replay is still up, so you'll be able to view it. And if you were not able to take notes, you can watch it again and you can take notes on it. I watched the class, very informative. Can you clarify the type of IG page? Some say business, some say creator. Which is best? Well, for business, if you want to be, if you want to get the business, what's the word I'm looking for? if you want to be able to do the business features, like, certain things, I'm not exactly sure, but if you want to do the business features, you're definitely going to have to get the business page creator. The only difference with the creator page is that you have the option to me, that you have the option to have better music, because with the business page, your music sucks, right? But it's whatever they have that's licensed music that you can use. And so it's not going to be the popular music. So that part of the creator accounts suck. But if you're running a business, the business page is going to be the business account is going to be the best one. Betty Rose missed it, but you catch the replay. I didn't. I've been sick for the last. Oh, so sorry. Hope you're feeling better, Tiffany. Feel better. Gonna go back and watch it. Yes, Grand Rising Coffee's review. Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Good morning, Crystal. I'm about to upgrade my packaging. I really love how you do yours. I watch your class, and man, you are very talented. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. On BCMC, Patricia K. And also with the business account, you'll be able to, optimize, and with the ads and things like that. So if you don't mind the music, if that doesn't bother you, and you could just go ahead, because sometimes I'll just go and get some random whatever just sounds okay. You know what I mean? I won't be able to get, the popular music, but it's okay. But I have a creator account. I actually switched it back to creator account, which I need to switch it back to business because I wanted to use a song. And sometimes when you're using certain music or certain sounds, depending on, I guess, the creator or whatever, if you are monetized, it will discredit you. And I don't know, I'm like, well, the music was available for me to use it. Why would you let me use it and then say that my reels are not going to monetize? So you got to be careful with that. And so if you are a business, I would start with the business accounts just so that you could get the features that come with it. Can I catch it again? Yes, it's up. I have it up on my YouTube channel, so you'll be able to catch it. Yes, yes, and yes. So what were your thoughts about yesterday's class? If you caught it, what was your takeaways from yesterday's class? What were your takeaways? I remember when I did that class, one of the key takeaways for me was I had to look up all those apps, and then also going on Pinterest and looking up content ideas, because they give you content calendars. And so I was like, oh, that is perfect, because you don't have to really think of ideas. They're really right there for you. So if you're struggling on what to produce or what kind of content to produce, you can look over there, or you can even look on TikTok to see what's trending, and then you can post accordingly. So that was one of my key takeaways from yesterday's class. So what were your key takeaways? Good morning, everyone. YouTube be playing me. You didn't get your notification again? I'm telling you, I don't know what YouTube be doing, what they be doing. I don't know. I don't know what they do and why that happens. Like sometimes, cousin used to not get notifications, and she was like, I didn't even get notified. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Loved it. It was good. A lot of support and good information. Yes. And if you guys do not follow Coach T, you guys can follow her. She is mogul_maker, and she has freebies on her if you go to her link tree, you'll see she has some freebies that she offers. She also has some she has her Facebook group, she has some one-on-one, she has some courses. And the great thing about that is she also offers payment plans. Well, you can, not a payment plan, but like those Sezzle or Afterpay, those kind of things where you could pay over time. And so she offers that so that you are able to, get what you need and pay it over time, just in case you don't have it up front. You know what I'm saying? You don't have all of it up front, and you can pay in the installments. So if you'd like, you can go follow Coach T and see what classes that she has to offer. Good morning, Jasmine. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me see. I like how she discussed how to post the 3-step pattern. Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Latrice, they need to get it together. Who you telling? I know that's right. How do I work Linktree? To get your own Linktree, Betty Rose? If you want your own Linktree, all you have to do is go to linktree.com and set it up. You add your links that you want to it, and then that's it. That's all you have to do. You're also able to, it's a free version, it's a paid version. You'll be able to set up the colors the way you want to. You'll upload your logo, add your links. You can also add pictures on the side so that you know, on the link itself, it'll be a picture plus whatever the link is. So you could add whatever, all of your social media if you want to direct them to your website, all of that. I have it. Oh, how do I work Linktree? So what do you mean? What do you mean? How do you see her Linktree? You just click it. If you go to the link in her bio, it'll be her Linktree. If that's what you're asking. If that's what you're asking. Jasmine, yesterday I had to send Jasmine a message. I'm like, Jasmine, I need you to look at this label for me. Jasmine, are we ready yet for the website? Let me know in the chat. Are we ready for the website and the services? I need to know. Like if I want to add an order form and stuff. Yes, as long as you have a link for your order form, like if you do like Jot forms or something like that, or it's a page on your website, you could definitely add that link. As long as it's a link and you'll be able to add it. Jasmine, are we almost ready? Because girl, you know I need you. Sean's like, I know Jasmine is busy because my appointment ain't till the 17th or something like that. Her appointment is out. If you're looking, I'm booking. Okay. Oh, come on, Jasmine. If you're looking, I'm booking. Okay. Anybody need help? Okay, so Jasmine, again, every time I say this, I got to send you a message so I know exactly what to say, because I know some of the services you don't want to offer anymore, or you're not going to offer anymore. Not you don't want to, but you're not going to offer anymore. So I just want to know, you know, what we're working with, and then we'll get it together. And if you guys, did you guys join me last night? Last night we were on with, not here, but I was on my Bubble Babes page, and we were on with the fibroid pandemic. Did you guys catch that? Did you guys catch the fibroid pandemic? Put ones in the chat if you caught the live yesterday. Jasmine, I am ready. All right, message her, Charmaine. Charmaine says she's ready, Jasmine. You should be proud. I've been working on all business. Okay, one by one, making adjustments and revamping. Come on, Betty Rose. I am super proud. I am. Yep, late April and beyond. New service structure info coming soon. Got it. I didn't get a notification. One for the most part. Okay. Did you guys catch yesterday's show? It was really, really good. The fibroid pandemic, she was telling, her name is Latoya Dwight. If you guys have fibroids and know somebody experiencing fibroids or something like that, direct them over to her. She has a lot of great information over there. Eat dietary, have, you know, things to do for your diet, things to do for your body, doctors, you know, even down to information about sanitary napkins and things like that. So she has a lot of valuable information over there on her page. So she's the fibroid pandemic, and we are going to do a part 2, and we're going to be back on. I'm going to be live here next week, Wednesday, and we're going to have her on. So I suggest that if you know anybody with fibroids, or if you have fibroids, make sure you jot down your questions. Tell people that you know and love that may have experience, or just any women in your life period. Just tell them to come join us on Wednesday, next Wednesday, 8:00. We're going to go live. I think we're going to 8 or 7 or 7, but she is going to be live with us here, so that you guys, you know, when we were having that conversation, if you think we should have more conversations about health, you guys gave me good feedback and said yes. And so she's going to be here on Wednesday. So that's going to be next week. So write that down, put it in your calendars. I will have the flyers up pretty soon. And also tonight we are live. I am live tonight with Jesses. Jesses is a music video director. He is responsible for the Bike culture in the DMX Rough Riders movement. And he is going to be on tonight. He is my friend and my brother. He is also the person, remember I said it's very important for you to have people in your circle who believe in you, believe in your talents, that's going to speak life into you. It's very important for you to have good people on your team that you can trust and build with. And so that is something that happened with my relationship with Jessis. And so when I first started, I don't even know how we even met. I don't know. I think one of my friends was auditioning for a video. I really don't know how it happened, but I was designing clothes at the time, and I went from exotic dance wear, and I did also have swimwear. And so I was designing clothes at the time, and I had my little swimwear line. And now I'm gonna say my little swimwear line because I was just hoping, and hoping things happen. And somehow we stayed connected. We built a friendship, which builds into brother sisterhood because we are that close. And so he believed that I could be a stylist, right? And I was like, I'm not a stylist, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So he groomed me to become a stylist, and he set me up. And I've worked with the stylist that was on the Rough Rider video that we did in Florida. And she showed me how to pull clothes and how to meet up with designers and all that other stuff. And then from that, he then hired me for all of the other videos that he was doing. And I think I told you guys before that my clothes was actually featured in a few of the videos because I was the stylist, and he was like, put your clothes in there. And so he gave me the he encouraged me to put my own stuff in there. He was like, it's going to be seen by millions of people, put your stuff in here. And so I did. And that's the power of somebody believing in you and in your talent. You know what I'm saying? Because he could have just been like, nah, just pull the clothes and do what you got to do. Or, you're a pretty girl, I'm just trying to, I'm trying to hook up with you. But that's not the relationship that we had. You know what I'm saying? Our relationship was like, for real, like, you take care of me, I take care of you. And when I tell you he looked out for me, he looked out for me. Like, I was getting paid at the, I forgot, I was about 21-ish, 21, maybe, around that time. I was making crazy money on videos. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow. And he made sure I got paid on every single set. Even if he didn't get paid yet, he's like, she got to get paid. Where's her money? She got to get paid. And so it was just a dope experience. And not only that, I was also able to be part of a movement. Like, you don't know the power of a moment until it passes, right? And so I want you guys, and we're going to talk about that tonight. I want you to really take advantage of your moments, because you never know the power of something, the momentum, the change, and all of that stuff. You never know the power of that until it's gone, until it passes. And then you reflect on it and you're like, oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? I was a part of something. I was a part of something epic. And I was a part of the whole, the DMX Rough Rider movement when he was, you know what I'm saying? And he brought me along for that. And I've done a lot of things because of that. And so, yeah, I just say that to say, and also just believing in your vision, because he's a visionary. When I tell you he has dope ideas, and he's like, he's just running it off, and I'm pretty sure he didn't think that, when he thought of doing the whole bike thing and bringing all of that to the Rough Rider movement and to DMX and all of that, I'm pretty sure he didn't think that that was going to be, as momentous as it was, right? But it was. And so we can look back and reflect and say, that was a good time, but it was also a time of new beginnings, right? It was a time where everybody who was a part of that movement have moved on to become and do bigger and better things, right? And so it was so amazing just to be like, I was there in that time, And so I want you guys, while you're doing everything in your business, even when the small things happen, I want you to rejoice in those small things, because you don't know what is going to happen with that moment later, right? And I want you to just realize that Everything is important. Every part of your movement is important. Every part of your journey is going to be important, because every part of your journey is going to be something that is building up for the next moment. Right? So let me go and check and see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let me see. You and Jews are like TV preachers on at the same time. Nikki, you are so multi-talented. We keep learning about all the things you do. Thank you so much, Jasmine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can't wait. I know it's going to be some gems. It definitely is. Definitely love the health discussion segment idea. Can we get some gardening tips for beginners? Oh yes. Let me speak to my friend and see if she can come on. I still got a D because she ain't upgrade my grade yet. She gave me a C and then she took it back. So I got to try and get my grade back up. I'm like, but you got a D because your stuff is in the garden and it snowed last night. So you have sparked my interest. Okay. And starting one. And now I need all the deets. Okay. Maybe we can add that. Okay. To the health segments. Got it. Got it. Got it. Good morning, Kay. Good morning. Swamp with work. Have a blessed day, everyone. All right, Michelle. Have a great day. Thank you for joining. Good morning, Janae. Good morning. Yes, yes. So that's what's going to happen tonight. Is probably going to be a lot of laughing, a lot of talking. You're going to hear a lot of stories because he is a great storyteller. But that is going to be happening tonight. So you guys stay tuned for that. His wife is also a bodybuilder. I used to do her makeup. I did her makeup. I think she won the competition where I did her makeup. And it was her first one. And I drove all the way to Cherry Hill to go to the competition so I could do her makeup. And she won. And he trained her. So they used to do, bodybuilding together. And I love them together. They're a dope team. And I got a beautiful niece out of it. I got a beautiful niece. She is so gorgeous. So today we are going to be talking about focusing and staying in your lane. It's more so about staying in your lane. And the reason that I thought about that was I had there was a video that I saw yesterday and he was saying stay in your lane. There's nobody there. Da 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 da. And I was like, you know what? That would be a good topic. And it stuck out to me. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna focus on that because staying in your lane is difficult when it's so many other things going on and you're getting distracted and you saying, oh, but I want to do this. 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 And then you lose focus, right? You lose focus. And I'm not just saying this just because I heard it or just because I read it. I'm saying this because I experienced it, and I know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So staying in your lane means that, you're not going to go over to somebody else's lane or trying to do what they do because, it looks better over there. The grass looks greener. Well, not the grass, the road. The road may look like it's clearer over there or whatever. And you like, oh, well, let me get over there because it looks like something's going to come in from off this side, right? And that's not your lane. But when you're not operating in your gift, you slowing yourself down. Do you hear what I'm saying? When you are not operating in your gift, you are slowing yourself down. So while you're trying to sit here and trying to do what somebody else is doing or trying to learn what somebody else is doing that has nothing to do with what you're doing, but because you think that this looks better to you, you're over there trying to operate, and that's not where your gift is. You are slowing yourself down. Does anybody in the room experience this or have experienced it, or is it just me? Put ones in the chat if you've experienced it. Put a 2 if it's just me. Put a 2 if it's just me. I am guilty of looking at other things and other people and saying, oh, I'm going to add this, or oh, I'm going to try to do this, or I'm going to try to be like this, and that actually slows down my progress, right? Because I can't operate in somebody else's gift. God didn't give me that gift. God gave me my gift to work my thing, right? And to do this until I can't anymore, right? And this is what God did for me, to perfect my gift, to put some extra skill on my gift, to learn more about my gift, right? To enhance it. And I'm over here looking at your gift and I'm trying to operate in your gift, and I'm struggling trying to operate in your gift, and that's not my gift, right? And so how many of us have experienced that? So I guess I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. Yes. Sometimes because, we are learning, we are growing, we are evolving. Sometimes we And again, am I speaking for myself? Do you know what your gift is? Do you know what your gift is? And I will say for myself, sometimes I know and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm real clear about it, and sometimes I'm like, but what if it's this? But what if it's that? But what if it's this? And I'm doing all those other things, and those other things are slowing me down. How many other people how many other people do that? Right? Like, oh, I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this. It's like, girl, your talent is here. Where are you going with it? Right. And it's not to say that you can't do more than one thing. You can do more than one thing. You can be talented at more than one thing. Your gift can be more than one thing. Right. But if you are trying to, you're not even perfecting what this gift is before you even try to get to the next thing, then what are you doing? Your focus is in too many different places and you're not being able to go on your path, right? Because you don't have a clear path. You don't have a clear destination because you're looking everywhere else and you're trying all of these other things, but you still have yet to reach the destination that you were set out to do set out to go on in the first place, right? To reach. So how many of you guys experienced that? Or again, is it just me? You're guilty of trying to do too many different things and losing focus on one. Remember, I was saying master of jack of all trades and the master of none, right? My son's father used to say that to me all the time because I was always dibbling and dabbling in everything. And everything just got a little bit of my attention. Nothing had got 100% of my focus. Everything was, I had focus over here, focus over here, focus over here, focus over here. And it's a percentage of my focus. It's not 100%. It may have been 20%, may have been 50% somewhere else. It may have been 10% somewhere else. It may have been 5% somewhere else. Like I was not able to 100% focus on what my goal was because I'm all over the place. Right. And I want to challenge you guys. And again, this is a challenge. When I say things again, I say these things because it's also something that I've experienced in my life or I'm experiencing. Right. And I say these things to you because if that's you right now, what is your gift that you need to be operating in? Post it down in the chat. What's your gift that you should be operating in right now? Because 100% of your focus should be on that gift. What is that gift? What is that gift? We only have one person that only said, I'm the only person. I'm the only person who has those feelings. I'm glad you got it together, Naomi. Yes, I'm glad. Yes, yes, and yes. So, what is your gift? Please post below. Please post below or post in the chat. I'm over here trying to do concrete vessels with candles. Okay. Is that your blessing? Is that what you want to do with your business? Or is this something that you're doing just for your creativity? Good morning, Salima. Good morning. What are you doing it for? Is it for the business or is it for creativity or is it just because you see everybody else creating concrete vessels and you want to create a concrete vessel? Because let me tell you something, my fingers are itching to do some concrete vessels. I saw some cute concrete vessels on YouTube. This lady had did it and it's like a wood grain look and it was so dope. I was like, and I can make candles, but I don't make candles because that is not what sells on my website. And so I'm like, now it makes me want to make some candles. I want to go get all the stuff for making concrete vessels so I could try to make this wood vessel so I can make candles. That has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now. But if I want to do it just for creativity and just because I want to keep my creative juices flowing and experiment and move it to the side at a little hobby, then that's fine. But if I want to try to do this and I'm trying to incorporate it into my main stuff and this is taking away from my main focus, this is taking away from where I actually want to go and what I actually want to do, then that's where the problem lies, right? Because I'm not doing it because it's going to bring money in, and I'm hoping it brings money in, but it's taken away from what I need to do that is bringing money in, right? So what is it? Let me see. What do you mean by your gift? What's your talents? What's your talents? What's your talents for your business? To help others. Got it. Good morning, LaShawn. Good morning. Making is my gift. Let's get it. Let's get it. Making is my gift too. Everything that I do is comes from my fingers. Everything I do comes from my fingers. So I totally get it. I totally get it. And so I want you guys to do more of focusing on what it is. Like, we need to get clear. We know we already said that. We need to get clear, but we need to not look to the left and to the right and see what everybody else is doing, trying to bring that over into what we're doing. The only time that I say that you should look to the left and the right is if you're trying to see what your competition is doing so that you know you're going to change your strategies because you need to you see something not working and you want to incorporate it into your strategies or something like that, but not that you want to, like, if you see somebody over here making lip gloss and you make candles and you like, oh, I think I'm gonna add lip gloss because this person is doing lip gloss, let me bring that on over here and add it, but your lip gloss don't have anything to do with your candles, then that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about if you see something and it's a strategy or something that is not working or is working and you want to bring that over into your lane, then I'm like, yeah, let that go, right? If you're going to learn something from this person, if it's some, you get some value from that, then yes, look at that and add it to what you're doing. But don't look at it and then say, I'm totally changing where I'm going because that path looks better than my path, right? Because you don't know what that person had to do to get to that path. You don't know what that person had to do. You don't know. Maybe their path was almost similar to your path, but they're just a little bit more ahead of you and you don't know that, right? And so you sitting here trying to change the path, trying to be like them. They are where they are. And I'm just saying, don't change your path looking and getting distracted by all of the other things and all of the shiny things, because as makers, we normally are looking at all these other things because we are bombarded with so much information, all these pretty things, all these pretty vessels, all these new wax, all these different products, all this different stuff, and you're bombarded with all of those things and you're trying to do all those things, but then you lose focus of what you started for. You lose focus on what you are actually good at, right? I am great at making soap, right? I know exactly what I'm doing. My soaps are my best sellers, right? And so I know exactly what I'm doing. But by me trying to add all of the different things, it started to thin me out, right? And I'm spreading myself like this. I'm spreading myself wide. I'm not going upwards. I'm spreading myself wide. And so I had to start chopping that stuff down and eliminate them things off my list because those things were not, yes, I love to create them, but those things are not working. And so what are you doing right now that is not working, that got to go? But you also got to know you have to stay on your path because, again, you are the only one running your race. There is nobody there. A lot of the times we like to think that we are in competition with somebody. We are not in competition with anybody. The only person, and I know you guys are familiar with that quote, the only person who you're in competition with is yourself yesterday. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, who are you competing with? Right? There's nobody in your lane. Stay the course. Stay in your lane. Do what you do and do that thing better than anybody because nobody could be you, period. Right? We say this every morning, and I want to make sure that I say it enough that nobody can be you. And again, even though they may be similar, there may be similar stories. There may be similar, characteristics and everything like that. There may be all of that, but nobody is you. Nobody is you. Dr. Seuss said nobody is more you than you, right? I think that's the quote, right? So if that's the case, then why are you so apprehensive about putting your stuff out there? Because you are who you are. You have what you have, and that is it. And for the people who are supposed to be with you, they are going to know, love, and appreciate that in you, right? The people who are not, that they're not your customers, they're not your circle, but you have to know that what you're doing is the thing that you're supposed to be doing, right? You're right on track for doing what you are supposed to be doing. And you know what you're supposed to be doing because you feel it, right? I know when I'm not doing what I need to be doing because I feel it. You feel it. You also see it, right? Because you're not producing results. You don't feel authentic. You feel like you're a copycat. You feel it, right? You know the difference. And so what I want to say is to make sure that you are staying in your lane. Staying in the lane, because nobody can mess with you when you're there. Nobody can mess with you when you are in your zone, right? You know when you're in your zone and you know that you are doing, your stuff look good, your stuff smells good, it's selling, you're doing good. You know when you're in your zone and you know when you're operating outside of your zone. right? And if you're operating outside of your zone and it's not something that's going to be beneficial for your zone, then I would suggest that you let that go, right? So that you can focus on what you need to focus on. Let me check and see what you guys are saying in the chat. Oh, I missed a lot. I missed a lot. Okay. So candle making is my guess. Candle making is my guess. That's what I'm doing for my business. I saw these concrete vessels and I'm trying to make them. Okay, exactly. Because I see everyone else doing it and they look so cute. Be a testimony through my crafting business for those who have or may have dealt with trauma and how to cope with it through crafting. Got you, Janae. My problem is centered around customizing my concrete items based off what everybody based off what everyone versus what I had envisioned it to be. Okay. For example, people wanted their logo, etc. Got it. Okay. When my customers tell me what they are looking for, I give visions of different designs. So far people are impressed with how I make designs for them. That's awesome, Michi. Trying to stand out but not let my light go out. That's right. I get it. So what do you got to do? Then I have to modify the logo, convert it to a SVG, cut it in the Cricut. The custom that I started out to do was different colors, not all this extra stuff. But if you don't want to offer it, Deltra, just say you don't want to offer it. Reel back to what you wanted it to be. If you don't, you'll fall out of love with it real quick. Yep, because if you're trying to do what everybody else wants, you're not gonna want to do it anymore. You're not gonna want to do it anymore. And so whatever it is, whatever that thing is, do it in your happy zone. Do it in your happy zone. If you don't offer it, don't allow people to make those kind of customizations. Right? I act like Superwoman, but really I overwork myself. That's exactly what I'm feeling at the moment. Great advice. Right. There's a market for what you have to offer. You don't have to do custom. Do what you love. Share it with the world, and the people will come. Absolutely. The one thing is great to read for those who want to do everything, me included. Yes. I think that's on Audible too. I think because I am made to feel that what I have to offer means nothing. Who says it does? Who says it means nothing, Betty Rose? So I hide behind that fact that I will not be received. Who says that it doesn't mean nothing? Or it doesn't mean anything? Excuse me. Let me get it together. That's what's happened. That's what's happened to body, skin, hair, and stressing out over cosmetics. When all of these orders came in that's when I knew I did something wrong. Focus on one thing first. Yes. Focus on one thing first. Yes. Thanks, Jazz. I needed to hear that at this moment. Good morning, Yolanta. Good morning. We're talking about staying in your lane, there's no traffic there. That's what we're talking about today. And operating in your gift. You couldn't keep up with all those orders. There was too many different orders. Got you. I do admit some people didn't get their orders and some not even their money. Oh, I was defeated. Got you. And that happens. And I'm not even going to say that just happens to you. That happens a lot in business because I brought up the story about there was this lady. She had a dope brand. She got very popular. She was on media, and she was unable to keep up with demand due to COVID, due to workers restrictions, due to everything, due to her having to do it was very creative, and it required a certain look, right? And everything had to look in a certain way, and it wasn't mass produced. And so she didn't have the time nor the manpower to get that thing done in a timely manner. And so she struggled with that too. So again, start out as simple as you can. Start out simple. It's hard to stand out when there's so many talented people out there, but we have to keep pushing because you never know where your efforts can take you. Your talent is your talent, right? And just because somebody else is doing it, that doesn't take anything away from what you already have to offer. They're not doing it the way you're doing it, right? And you don't even have to try so hard to stand out. You just got to do that thing, right? You just need to figure out what you could talk about, just one of the benefits, one of the things about your thing, your craft that you want to stick out, and then work that angle, right? Again, the people, just like Jasmine said, the people who want your thing is going to come to you, right? And that's what's going to happen all the time in business. I don't know why I'm burping so much. um that's what's going to happen in business, right? So what is it that you could focus on and work that, right? Don't look at it like, oh, there's so many other people that are doing vinyl designs or whatever. There's so many people out here that's doing t-shirts. There's so many people out here that's doing makeup. There's so many people that's out here. There's people out here doing everything, right? So just figure out how you can stand out in doing what you do, right? No matter what you do, somebody is going to be doing it, right? You just got to figure out your unique angle, and you're going to have to come at that time, at that, from that angle, right? Figure it out and come from there. Because if you don't, then you're going to be copying everybody else, and you're not going to be happy with what you're creating. You're not going to want to do it. You're going to be miserable. You're going to be like, you're going to resent doing what you're doing. And that's not what you want, right? Because everybody is doing this because again, Tony Robbins said, inspiration to desperation. When you're doing something, are you inspired to do it? Or are you desperate, right? Did it come from a place of, oh, I don't have any money, I got to figure this out? Or did it come from a place where, oh, I was inspired to create this whole thing because blah, 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 blah. We have different ways that we come to what we're doing. But the thing is, as long as you still have the love for doing it, then you're going to be able to show that through your work. If you don't like what you're doing, you're not going to show up as your 100% self. You're going to show up as a shell of yourself, right? You're going to show up because I'm just here so I don't get fired. That's how you're going to show up in the world. And is that how you want to show up in the world, right? How do you want to show up? And so you want to make sure that you are happy and that you are operating in your gift. Again, I want to bring up also, the when Michael Phelps was in doing the when he was swimming against, what's his name? I wrote his name, Chad LaClose. And y'all remember that meme when Michael Phelps is in the water and the guy's looking at him and he's looking to the side? How many of you guys seen that meme? Right? He was doing everything to distract him. He was doing everything to make him get off his game. He was doing all of the things. And Michael Phelps just stood there and he stayed laser focused. He stayed in his zone. He didn't allow the outside forces, anything that was going on around him. He did not allow that to get into his spirit and to mess up what his thoughts was and what he was going to do for that race and how he was going to show up. He did not allow that to distract him, right? And that's the kind of laser focus that we need. We need to make sure that we are not looking to the left and the right, trying to see what that person is doing to see if we catching up or see if we at the same level. You don't need to worry about that because their destination may not even be your destination, right? Their finish line may not even be your finish line. And so if that's the case, then why are you looking over there to see what somebody else is doing when you should be looking in your own direction and see what you are doing, right? How many of you guys seen that meme? How many of you guys seen it? I learned that because I'm in a very saturated cake market here, but thankful for the calls I do get and the bookings. The bookings I get, but I am still getting the foothold in the market. Okay. I know I can make. Well, then if you know it and you believe it, let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. If you are talking to 5 people a day, think about how you can make it 10 people a day. If you're not speaking to 10 people a day, think about how you can get to 10 people a day. Where are these people who need these cakes? We always go birthdays, weddings, baby showers, what else? Whatever you could think of for an event, all these places. Give your card out. You don't only do cakes, you do cookies and all that other stuff. Give your stuff out. Give your stuff out to corporate people. Send them a sample, or send them, not, go up in there and give them a sample with your business card and everything. If you have an event or whatever, keep me in mind. Do that often. Do that often, right? Because people are not going to know what you have if you're not showing up with that thing. So make sure that you are showing up. How can you show up? Think about how other people are showing up, right? And this is the instance when I say it's okay to look at somebody on the other side if it's going to help you in your business, right? You are still going to be operating in your goal and your gift, but you're going to look and see what they're doing so you can see, oh, you're not doing this. Let me start doing this because this is going to bring me in more business. This is going to bring me in more customers. I need to be doing this thing. So I'm going to be bringing in these customers because you're not speaking to the people. You're not going out into the world and bringing customers back and talking to people and engaging people and sharing your business. I see that the bakeries are not doing that. So you know what? I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do that because I need to make sure that I get the word out. Right. And so if you look into the left and the right just for things like that, for your own R&D and for your own research and development, if that's what you're doing it for, then that is a dope thing to do. Right. But don't be looking at it and saying, I want to be where this person is. No, what are they doing wrong so you could do it right? Or what are they lacking so that you could fill in the spaces and then you could do that and do it to better than they are. Well, better than you could even imagine because they're not doing it. Right. Let me see. The candle business thrive as well. Got it. How I fix it was able to take time to research. I have people that can help me pack and help me make products. Also people to help with shipment. I know warehouses now and the course it would take. And so so you needed that, right? That experience was something that you need to make something better, right? Because now you have information. And so that is going to help you with your next venture. Does that make sense? But whatever you went through right now, even though it didn't work, you know what didn't work so that you can apply it to your next thing, because that's not what you want to do. You don't want to be spread all over the place. You want to make sure that you are able to fulfill orders. You want to make sure that you packing your orders properly. You want to make sure that your orders go out to your customers in a timely manner. And so you know what you're capable of doing, and then you will be working in that realm. And so you don't have to worry about trying to have a million different products on your website, right? Because now you know. God's word says your gift will make room for you. Keep operating in your gifts. That's right. Keep my secrets, woman. Oh, well, there you go. I don't have no other bakers in here, so you good. Yes, put business cards or flyers on people's cars and parking lots, advertise. Yes. Amen, Nateki. Yes. So, yeah, you got to operate in your gift and do things outside of the box, right? Because if you want different results, you got to do things that are outside of the box, right? And so let me see what else that I have. I said, if you're looking to see what the other lanes are doing to give you information, then that's fine. But if you're looking to see if, I'm in competition with somebody, then that's the problem, right? Because you're never going to get what you're supposed to get or keep your eye on what you're supposed to do because you're paying attention to too many other things, too many other people. You got to get it together. You got to get it together. Yes. So we are good. I'm on time. Quit everything that I was supposed to say. Usually, sometimes I don't get through all of it, but I did get through all of it. So, is there anything that you guys are going to be doing differently today because you are staying focused and you are staying in your lane? Is there anything that you are doing today that you are going to be implementing from today's live? What are you going to be doing? And also, I would suggest, I'm reading Made to Stick right now, but I'm going to I do have the one thing. I do have that. I'm going to read that. That was a suggestion from Jasmine. So you guys, if you want to check that out as well. I follow someone that is big in social media and they have seen my products. They want to show my products on their social media and they told me get ready for the following and customers. Okay. All right. Well, let's get it. Let's go. The following customers I told. Okay. Well, let's get it. Let's get it. Did you send out the package? Is the website together? Do you have your email list together? How long till your website gonna be done, Yolanda? You don't want to miss this opportunity when you have it, right? You don't want to miss your opportunities. That's why we say stay ready, so you don't have to get ready. but I'm so scared. It's okay. It's okay. Do it scared. Be scared and do it anyway. Just going to work harder with getting my brand out there. I have ideas. I have ideas to do. So I have ideas to do, but just have not executed them. Execute them, girl. Execute them, Tiffany. I'm going to stop comparing myself to others and just focus on my products and my business in general. Absolutely, Michi. Absolutely. There's nothing looking at their businesses. If it's not helping you to do better in your business, looking at them is not putting money in your pocket. Right? Looking at what they're doing and checking out their lifestyle and checking out what they're doing, that's not putting money in your pocket. Right? So it's actually wasting your time and it's taking money from you. So if you focus more on you and focus on what you're doing, then you'll be able to get more done. You'll be able to work harder. You know what I'm saying? And you won't be wasting time doing things that ain't going to bring you income. I knew I was made for this because a few years ago, I interviewed to work with a renowned cake artist here. And the interview was to decorate and cover a cake and find it. I nailed it and got hired. But the commitment was too much because my kids were small at the time. Okay. Okay. So if you know you got what it takes, then let's get it. Let's go, Miss Betty Rose. Let's get it. Let's go. I was going to inbox you. Okay. Inbox me. Let's get it. Let's go, y'all. Stop. Even if I know Yolanda says she's scared. If you're scared, do it anyway. Still do it. Right? Still do it. Focus on what I started out doing. Yes. Get your focus together. Remember, I said there were a lot of things that I had to thin out off my website because even though I love doing them, it was time to let them go, right? Because those things were taken away from the focus of the things that were actually moving on my website. Staying in my lane. Yes, we need to definitely. So with that being said, you guys, while I wait for the rest of you guys to tell me what you got from today, we are about to wrap up today's live, and I will see you guys again tonight at 7 p.m. if you join me for our Let's Talk sessions. Is going to be live with J. Justice Smith, who is the video director responsible for the Rough Riders and DMX and Rough Riders movement. He's also worked with a bunch of people like 50 Cent, The Locks, Timbaland, Swizz Beatz, Shanti, Little Kim. He's worked with so many people. He's worked on so many films. And so he's going to be here tonight, and we are going to be talking about the power of people speaking life into you and building a good team around you so that you guys could, build a movement, right? And have this movement go on and go on. So let me see what you said. The importance of staying focused, staying in your happy zone. Yes. And I would like to say too, with that, because Jasmine, I thought, again, I bring Jasmine in her Sweet Magnolia. I thought she was right in her pocket. And to know, I thought it was perfect. I thought it was fine, right? But she wasn't operating in her pocket the way I thought she was, right? And she really enjoys the tech side of things. She really enjoys, her graphic designing and things like that. And so whatever that gift is, if you have to take a moment, take a beat so you can see exactly what brings you joy and what you really want to do, then take that beat so that you can fix it and so that you can make adjustments so you can move accordingly. Because if you do not, you are going to be doing things that you do not want to do. And once you start building up the things that you don't want to do, especially when the traffic starts coming in, you're not going to want to do it, right? It's going to be like pulling teeth for you to do these orders. You're going to be dragging yourself to make the products, to do this and to do that. So you got to find where your gift is, and you got to learn that, okay, some things have got to go. And I also need to not be looking, at everybody and checking to see what everybody else is doing, because if everybody else is, doing something and then it's not in alignment with what I'm doing, me focusing on that is only taken away from what I got to do. It's taken away from my purpose. It's taken away from my gift. It's taken away from where I want to be. So I can't do that because it's a distraction, and we need to eliminate distractions when we are trying to build a foundation, right? Because you are not going to be able to build this foundation with all of the distractions. So just make sure that you stay in your lane, stay focused, and know that what you're doing can work if you work it. right? It can work if you work it. If you are not going to work it, excuse me, if you're not going to work it and you're all over the place, it's going to be harder for you to even get focused and get into that, get into the pocket, right? So make sure that you guys are doing that, please. And thank you. Give yourself that gift. Give yourself the gift of focus. Give yourself the gift of that, right? Give yourself the gift of not being distracted or eliminating distractions. Give yourself that gift, because once you start operating in that, you may think that you want to be looking everywhere, but when you just stop doing something and you just make it a habit, it doesn't bother you anymore, right? It only bothered you when you wanted to be distracted. It only bothered you when you were wanting to be nosy and be in a business, right? That's when it bothered you. But when it doesn't bother you, you can move and flow in your own time, in your own space. And there's no race, there's nobody, there's no monkey on your back, there's nothing, right? You just flow in your time, in your space. And if it's meant for somebody to see or somebody to catch up to you or whatever, let them do that looking at you, but you're not going to be doing that looking at them. Don't be the person. Don't be, what's his name? Chad LaClose. Don't be him. It might be Klaus. I don't know. Don't be him, right? Looking to see what Michael Phelps is doing. Don't be that. Be the Michael Phelps. Keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the finish line and go in that direction, and go as fast as you can in that direction, in the right direction. Do not, you know what I'm saying? Don't be Chad. Don't be Chad. This topic was right on time. Thank you, Nikki. You're welcome, Deltra. You're welcome. I needed this. Thank you, Nikki. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I get distracted too easily. I have to change my mindset. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's taken away from what you want to do. It's taken away from your goal. It's taken away from your goal. So make sure you guys give yourself the gift of focus. Give yourself the gift of focus. Give yourself the gift of eliminating distractions, and give yourself the gift of knowing. Knowing is going to be the other thing, right? Knowing that you have this thing, and if God put it in you, it's on you, and that you could just go ahead and it's not on you, it's in you. But if you have that, then you can do whatever it takes for you to do what you want to do with your business, right? Because I could just focus on my business and I could just be in flow. I could be in flow. I'm going to get these orders out. I'm going to be in flow. I'm going to make these products. I'm going to be in flow. I'm going to get these customers. I'm going to be in flow. I'm going to be on social media and I'm showing up as my true, authentic self. I'm going to be in flow, right? Being in flow is very important, because you have to be, even though, the ultimate goal is to make money, you also need to be happy while you're doing it. You also need to be making sure that you can maintain, right? And so that's very important. So that is what I'm going to be leaving you guys with. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you guys. I know that your time is valuable and that you can be anywhere else and that you're not going to get it back. So I hope that the investment that you put into watching Coffee with Nikki today was worth your investment. And I hope that you share it with your friends and everybody else. If you would like to join the community, you can go on over to Bubble Babes University. That's BABEZ university.com. You'll be able to access all kinds of stuff. We also have a campus store where you'll be able to get you some Honor Society, Bubble Babes University swag. What else? Don't forget to join us tonight at 7 p.m. We're going live with Jess's. The video director. I literally became a slave to my business name. Okay. I thought I had to learn how to do everything. I'm finally decided to slow down and focus on the things I love. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because if you don't do it, it's going to be forcefully done, right? You're going to forcefully be like, I'm not going to do this business no more. And then you're going to end up doing the thing that you started out with. It's going to bring you back to the beginning, right? And so just make sure that you focus. Good morning, Chris Marie. Good morning. So yeah. What else? Okay, so join me at 7 p.m. If you guys are watching the replay, please like, comment, and subscribe. If there's any topics that you would like for me to discuss, please post those down below, or you can send me a DM and let me know, Nikki, we should be discussing this. I do have the gardening one, so I'm going to see if I can get my friend on. We'll see what she says, and talk all about gardening. And that is it, you guys. What else do I say? That's it. That is it, you guys. So I will see you guys tonight, and if not, I will see you guys at 9 a.m. We are here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. for Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. And that is it. I hope that you guys have an amazing and productive day. Remember, Keep your eye on the prize. Stay focused. Give yourself the gift of focus. I appreciate you guys, and I want you guys to have an amazing day again. And talk to you later. Bye.